There was a girl in Bryan Kohberger's high school or middle school with whom he was reportedly obsessed. Her name is Kim Kennelly, Kenely, popular blonde cheerleader who was the target of unwanted attention for months from Bryan Kohberger. Her mother has spoken publicly about how he would leave her love letters in her locker and make repeated awkward declarations of interest. He would always say, "Oh, Kim, I think you're very pretty." Just like weird comments, said the mom. And she would say, "Oh, God, leave me alone." She did not give him the time of day. He was creepy. He was weird. He was, I think at the time, morbidly obese and then would become a heroin addict. So really not like probably the most popular kid in school. And this Dr. Lieberman positing that the rejection delivered in a possibly public humiliating way may have planted the first seeds of rage. And that young woman looks remarkably like Maddie Mogen. I mean, to me, it's so interesting because unfortunately, they let this case go to, be pled out without ever forcing him to tell us his motive. But now it seems like we're getting closer to piecing it together.
Yeah, I was, it's funny, the last time we were on the show, we talked about this. Like, I was following this case more tangentially, not as in as much detail as, say, the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard type trials of the Kyle Rittenhouse. So I was always sort of not shocked, but I presume that the evidence was more circumstantial than direct evidence. I appreciate the DNA on the knife sheath and, the images of the vehicle. Then I saw that Dateline expose and I'm like, all right, I can understand why they would ask for a mistrial or postpone the trial, because that was enough to convince me. They tell a compelling story. They tie the circumstantial evidence together very meticulously. You're dealing with a guy who gives you the heebie-jeebies through the photographs of him on the internet. Whether or not that's because of what you already built into those photographs based on news reporting might show the prejudicial nature of pre-trial publications. But yeah, I was just shocked that there was a lot of circumstantial evidence, only two elements of direct evidence, that being the slight bit of DNA on the knife sheath and a knife sheath that was left at the scene. I presume they have ISP addresses on those accounts and can tie them to Kohberger or at least his vicinity, that the data creation of those accounts can be tied to his activity as well. It's a very compelling story.